Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, which was quite eventful last time. We crashed, well, we didn't crash. We landed on this alien planet, set up a little colony, and then one of our friends from childhood died in an accident involving an exploding hollow projector, which was rather unfortunate. So here we are. It's the first day of dust now, which I think is like the summer season on this planet. I think we're going to go around, and I think the people who have these speech bubbles generally are a bit more involved in what they'll do. Solana, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. You mean my buddy Dis? Dish? Yes, Dis. She says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night, and sometimes, She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Okay, so we've got to follow Dis. That sounds like an interesting mission. He was over here, wasn't he? Let's go and let's start off with a chat. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flip briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. So what's this? Is this due to friendship? Yes, it is. Where do you go, Dis? His eyes light up and he whispers, I bet you'd like it out there, Solana. He motions to the path stretching away from the colony beyond the walls. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. I'm so small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down to a drain pipe half hidden behind the sports ball fields. Small kids like Dis could fit through it. Or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. We've unlocked sneak out in expeditions. Okay. Oh, and also there's this thing. You harvest a sturdy mushwood log. Have I got an inventory or something? Oh no, I think I kind of want that on the screen because, I want to be able to sort of see where we're at with our various skills. Do we talk to Tangent or do we just try and sneak out? It was over here, wasn't it? You've seen Dis use this drain pipe behind the garrison to sneak through the walls. There's a metal grate that comes off so you can crawl through. Do you want to go out there? So if we did this, we'd get +2 bravery, +1 perception, +1 friendship with Dis. So there's actually no negatives there, so let's do that. I say no negatives, we might be eaten by strange creatures, of course. Here's, ooh, what was that? No. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via the expedition's depot flag, or the home button at the top left of the screen. Okay. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. Keep exploring. My finger wasn't quite on the right key when I came back to this screen. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is, except for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could that be... Is that Dis? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dis. He's not allowed outside the colony either, so we're going to follow him. +5 stress. Luckily, we're quite low on stress. You scamper after him through the brush, heedless of branches and brambles scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper envirosuit, you get all scratched up. +1 perception. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. There's a big old question mark there. Oh, it's with a little creature. Okay, let's go on this little creature. What's that say? The colony outskirts. Alright, well, what's this? Your way is blocked by a strange, small creature with 1 foot and 4 large eyes, 2 of which blink sideways on top of its head like frog eyes. Oh, this must be a hop eye. Not Popeye, hop eye. You've heard people talk about them, but you've never seen one up close. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground really loudly. We can do an animals challenge. What's its deal? Normal difficulty, physical red challenge. We're reasonably physical now. Goal 27. So we've got 3 rounds. This is like the sports ball challenge. So I think what we'll do is... Oh. I guess we do all the blue cards then. In the first or last pane. What happened? Do we draw another card? So we've got 3. How's that? Oh, we need to get to 9. It should be possible. So there we go. 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. How's that? Super goal. +1 to animals. +1 animals, +1 kudos. Very good. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. Pretty cool. Oh, okay, we've gained some stress from being out here for a period of time. There's a little log there. There's another little question mark there. Let's pick up the log first. There's another thing there. And there's some... Did I... No, I didn't go past this. I'm going to stick fairly close to the walls, I think, for this first time out. I'll go and see what's up there. You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting this area. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine, while a 4th one directs a 4-legged robot with a plasma saw mounted on the front. So, with... stay and watch what they're doing, and maybe we gain this card. Yeah. You stay out of sight and watch how they do it. When one tree crashes down, it almost seems like the others are wincing. It's probably just your imagination, though. They aren't planting new ones or leaving any behind. You know the mush trees regrow every year, but can they still regrow when you cut down everything like this? Even the smaller trees and bushes are getting ground up for mulch, with a scary big grinder that sounds like a roaring beast. The entire process makes you uneasy, but also proud of how industrious your colony is. Okay, so we're up to sort of a medium amount of stress. Let's just have a little walk around here. And I think this is sort of the front entrance to our colony, isn't it? Oh. You sneak up to the expeditions office at the colony gates. Nobody has seen you. Yet. The lively hustle through the gates kind of makes you miss your friends inside. If you want to go home now, you can sneak back through that drain pipe. I think we could probably manage 1 or 2. Was it 15 a time? Maybe manage 3 more little scenarios. Maybe we should do that. Because then we can relax the next month. Rest for a month. Okay, let's do this one. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon, nice and sweet, like a more solid watato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. We could practice spitting seeds. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. We've got more stress, so yeah, I think we can do 2 more. Assuming the sort of 15 that you get is like a flat amount. Oh, what have we got here? This is there. Okay. Maybe we speak to Dis first? I can't get past him, so... You spot Dis sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach. Like it's totally natural that he'd be sitting in the middle of the jungle so far away from the colony walls. Now that you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away that you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here. And it's getting late. Dis stares unblinkingly at you as you approach. "Hi, Solana," is all he says. "Hi, Dis." He seems to be in a good mood, something you see very rarely. "Did you see Utopia out there?" Dis asks. Chief Surveyor Tonnen is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has like X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once, and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool, and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. Just a few minutes away, the ground drops off and a large stone outcropping juts out over a cliff face. Dis walks right to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. "Come on," he says. "Try to be brave with the bravery challenge." That's reasonably social as well, actually, so... What are these? Can I use these? No. +1 to a car. Okay, I don't know how we use those. They just modifiers or something. Alright, I don't get it. Maybe they're story modifiers in a way, or we earn them in here. I don't know. Round 1. I think we're just going to do the 3 zeros. Do 1, 1, 1, 0. Oh, we need to get 13 here, which isn't a minor amount. Don't think we use that. I think maybe we have to, actually. But we'll use it maybe at the end, where it's going to raise that up and not do anything else. So we do that. We do that. Now I want to start with that. I guess these don't matter too much. We got exactly what we needed. Okay. We lost stress. That's pretty cool. +1 perception. Gained a memory, a beautiful vista. You bravely step onto the rock and walk out to the edge with Dis. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out at the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your hollow palm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Dis's. And +2 friendship. Let's keep exploring. What's this? If I click on this, you've reached the end of this area. Keep exploring. Okay. Ooh. Tell you what. Let's finish up these 2 first. Then we're going to do that one. The path here is engulfed by a dust tornado. It whirls and twirls, not showing any sign of moving away. Walk through the dust. Perception challenge. Yeah, I don't know what +2 to a card. Do I add them to a card? Maybe. Let's try. Maybe when they're laid out. Let's have a look. So. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. That and that. was that other one? +1 to a card, say change suit to power. What does this do? Gems matter for other cards. Okay. +2 to a card. Alright, so let's try this. Yes, that's how you do it. So I can add... Oh, it's got 3... Is that 3 uses? I wonder if they regenerate. It'd be good to know. Alright, next round. So we only need to do 1, so we should exceed this quite easily. Super goal. Okay. It's perception and kudos. You shut your eyes. Gained a memory under the hot, hot sun. -1 to strength challenges. Okay. You shut your eyes hard against the swirling dust and somehow manage to walk in a straight line through it. Once you pass through and turn around, the dust storm settles. You wonder if walking through it somehow caused it to die down. So I don't think those things do come back, because those are things that we've picked up. So I'm going to guess that there are consumables. Oh, he's over there. Uncle Tonin. So I think we can do 2 more. Why don't we do this and then the big animal one that we found? At the top of a rise off to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dis? They look way too tall to be Dis. Maybe another surveyor? You blink, and the figure is gone. Well, we're going to go over there and look for clues, I think. You bushwhack down into a valley and up the other path to where you thought you saw them standing. A mysterious stranger. No signs of a camp or anything obvious like a dropped pack. No note saying, "I'm watching you," signed mysterious figure. Spooky. Okay, so we're actually only 15 away from maxing out now, and I don't know what happens when you max out. Maybe you just like pass out and wake up at home. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly save, just in case. Expedition stress. Just see what happens. There in the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly, like it doesn't even disturb the ground. It could be dangerous, but you want to see what it does. So I'm going to do the perception challenge. Okay, so -1... Total gets -1 during physical red challenges. Is that this total? The goal total or our total? Not sure. I want to keep this for the last round, I think. So I'll tell you what, let's try this. So what did that do? Yeah, it's basically a 2 card, isn't it? Okay, well, let's just use it. Well, I think we do this, 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 and this. Alright, we're going to need to be quite good here. About that. Or maybe we'll do that in the last pane. I don't think it matters. There you go, so we've won. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. You try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands in its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall, on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your holopalm, but you know you can't share it or you'd get caught for sneaking out. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favourite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Oh, we've lost some stress. Eventually it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. This was so wonderful. Vertumna is a magical place. So we gained back 15 of those, but it does mean that we can stay out a little bit longer. We kind of have to stay around about the path, more or less. So we must remember to use these consumables, I suppose, as needed. Let's do another one. You're minding your own business when you stumble into... Oh, it's so hot. The two suns are beating down on you. The ground is cracked and parched, and so are you. Ahead is a long stretch with no trees, just the merciless heat of the sun scorching the ground. Look for a shady route through it. Okay, so we've got to hit 27. I save that for when we got like 0 cards. We've only got the one at them. I suppose we could... Oh, those are going to interact really well. I could put, I mean, it all contributes, doesn't it, towards sort of the same total. So if I stick that on it, we've already got 12. That's pretty good. Alright, well, I think we add some there. So we've only got to do 3 now. Alright. This. There we go. That's what we get, an extra perception. Very nice. Extra 5 stress, though. You spend some time going the long way around, taking shelter under some mush trees. It's still sweltering in the shade, but it's not as bad. Okay, we can do one more, I think. Oh, no. We're only 10 away now, so that's probably our little expedition come to an end. Ooh, what's that, though? Oh. Yeah, I think maybe we... Oh, get another log. We'll head back. We can always press on the next time. Let's go back to the little pipe. There we go. Go home. Are you sure this will end the month? Yes, go home. Not bad. Not really levelling up our toughness, though, is the only thing. We do need to do that. It's time for Vertumnalia. Udicott and the Council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udico's... Is it Udico or Udicott? I'll say Udicott. Udicott's speech. In Earth's history... Udicott begins, and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name, in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue his tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Yawn. What do we get? 5 rebellion. You start to tune the speeches out after that. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to say something. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some autumnal plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy watato pods, and boba fruits, and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece.
"What is a festival without festivities?" she asks. "Professor Howell and Security Chief Rhett have organised a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children."
So which one are we going to join? I think I'll go for a blue one. Mind you, we're better at red, aren't we? No, I want to be a brainier person. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro-recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring, but she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judge is all very interested in what you're bringing to compete against Tangent. Present. Oh, it's a hard challenge, this one. So we've got a goal of 41 this time. Well, I think that we're going to do those. It's only 6. Okay, if we do that, and we do that with a +2. Okay. And that, and that. That's 16. So I need to get 19 now. Let's top up though both of those. And this. It's not quite enough, is it? What if we did that? Oh, that's enough for a win. There we go. You worked hard on your project. It's a baking soda and vinegar volcano with a twist. You grind up a native rock as the soda part and use the juice from a native plant for the vinegar part. Your dad helped with the idea, just a little though. I got an achievement. So we get Science Fair Champion, new card, worth 5, pretty cool. Gain status, popular. Nice. And +2 friendship with Tangent. You use it to explain the native acids and bases on Vertumna. They're very strong, so the resulting explosion splatters all over the judges. It's a crowd pleaser, earning you top prize for the science fair. Ooh, for -50 stress, that's cool. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Okay. It is now mid-dust. Kudos is doubled. That's pretty good. We actually haven't spent our kudos yet. I wonder where we do that. Maybe it's command? Let's go and chat to Tangent, perhaps. You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. Not far away, but outside the walls. Tang looks concerned. "Really?" she says, wringing her hands. Is he safe?" "I'll keep him safe." She eyes you skeptically. "Full offence, Solana, but you're just a kid," she replies. "However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there." So it's engineering. Living quarters. Is it here I spend kudos? No, that's Let's deliver supplies. There was talk of a shop somewhere. Yeah. We could register for engineering class. Apologise, I keep pausing a lot because my dust allergy is really kicking off today. So where the music might be jumping a little bit, so sorry about that. Using Congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. To engineering? You're now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. Okay. So what does that involve? Engineering, reasoning, and friendship with Tangent. Could be... I want to get toughness up though. I can't do the delivery stuff. We get a toughness there. Bravery. Where is bravery? Oh, that's in the yellow. I don't know. I kind of want to go out again. I might save that though. All right, let's do an engineering class then. Professor Hal rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favourite subject to teach.
If biology and chemistry are the wet scientists, then engineering must be a dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. Haha.
He winks. It's weird.
We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy.
Tangent raises a hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? She asks. Professor Hal nods.
Yes, at a beginner level. We'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine rooms to learn how our ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony.
Okay, so we've got this 5-1 here now. So... why don't we start with that? Go into that. Do some of that. Some of that. Some of that. How's that? Not bad. Three engineering, 2 reasoning, 15 stress, and 2 kudos. Not too bad. It's now late dust. How's our stress? Not too bad. Okay, has anyone got anything to say to me, I guess? Not yet. Is this where the shop is? I don't know where we can spend kudos. Maybe it'll be introduced later. We don't need to de-stress yet. We could work in the geodome again, perhaps. Ah, this is good for toughness, so let's do this. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy! Good morning, Solana. Looks like you're working for your old lady. I hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my son. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants... compost and plants different. Garden waste. Oh, move sod, compost, plants and garden waste and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving this dirt? Don't we have machines for this? The construction crew's already claimed all the hoverlifts, she says, shrugging. But they'll break down in a few years anyway, and we don't have the materials to fix them. She grips your forearm. We're planetside now. Use your muscles. Nature's hydraulic pistons. Where do I move it again? From over there, she points to a dirt pile, to there. She points to an identical pile 10 meters away. She sees your confusion. We had some very precious soil from Earth on the ship, full of all the nutrients and bugs and bacteria our plants need to grow. But it was lost. She sighs. In an accident. Now we have to make more from scratch using Vertumnan soil. This is part of the process. Why not use hydroponics? On the ship we grew most of our plants with their roots in the water, and it's true it was more hygienic that way, your mum replies. She brushes an insect off her arm, which lets out a loud squeak of objection. But hydroponic systems use too much energy. Here we have to grow as much as we can the old-fashioned way. Let's go to work. That's my boy, your mum says, slapping on the back. You stumble a little. 10 stress, 1 toughness. Your arms start to ache after the first hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Okay, so we've only got to get to 11. So that's alright, isn't it? I guess we'll do that, that, and that. There we go, just about. Cool, so our toughness is doing alright now. 12. 10 kudos. With 5 from popular, that's alright. 15 stress. So that's getting a little high. Oh, we've more build our friendship with Cal a bit. Late dust next month. Early wet. Okay, we're in the wet season now. I want to go and try this Oh, let's talk to Cal first. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else. One of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? A little robot with the duck feet. Oh. Hey! They exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cirrus, one of an enemy's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done! Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. Oh, it's not his fault, Cal says. He didn't know where we were playing a game. Give me a sec, I want to teach him how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like an enemy than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games and other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yes. Cal's smile looks like it's going to stretch right off of his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you round, and when I let go, you've got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you've got to walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions as best you can, or make things difficult for him? Well, let's do our best. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. Get it right. You did quite well there. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the door. Success. Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downwards and your feet slip a little bit. Hang on. Sorry, people are setting off fireworks outside. I don't know if you were able to hear that. It's turbo Rocky here, Cal says, and you can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. Can you trust him? You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant, kneeling on the rocks. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Solana, I'll be better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some Watato juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games, where there are no winners or losers. Okay. So we'll have a little spin round, nothing there. I think we're going to go and try the delivery stuff. Apply to deliver supplies. There we go. Chief Administrator Seek grants you at the depot. They look you up and down. Huh. Solana, you never struck me as particularly responsible or organised. But children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You didn't realise it was going to be a job interview. I can carry a lot. Strong for your age, maybe. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You got the job. For now, anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their holopalm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Okay, I think we'll be alright stress-wise. Deliver supplies, so we will get 2 organising, 1 perception, 1 friendship with Mars, 5 kudos and 10 stress. That seems okay. Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell, "Important delivery coming through!" and people actually get out of the way. Alright. We've only got to get to 12, so that's pretty easy. No gems. Yeah, so I think we'll go... Maybe we'll go 0, 1, 1, 3, 5. How's that? Not too bad. 3 organising, perception, kudos and stress. Pretty cool. Well, apart from the stress, obviously. Mars is a bit friendlier. You're having a terrifying, familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. Okay, we're at max stress now, pretty much. You wake up shouting, "No!" But your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in... water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder! It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder, like the footsteps of an angry beast. Let's run outside and play in the rain. 5 rebellion, and lose a bit of stress. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned to squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. It's early wet. So we'll have a little look around, talk to anyone who's got a speech bubble. Oh, parents have moved, Dad's there. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Your dad greets you looking concerned. You know, despite what your mum might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe get some R&R over in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws his arm wide. Well, get in there, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you do feel a little better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Okay, Tangent wants to say something. Can't see... Oh no, this is there. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-metre long pole and stack it into place. She points towards them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing and biology class. The book says it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe the animals have neat adaptations. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even if they can, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. Tang looks sceptical. They're still animals, Solana. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice, so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Daub's moth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even a herbivore can be dangerous here. He doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of a holopalm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are really with our genetic enhancements. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. No sign of ego there. Alright, well I think we're going to rest for the month and get our stress back down. Nothing much happens this month. You spend most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your here speak, occasionally nodding hello to the other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to rewatch. Ooh. Let's get rid of the 0 cards, I think. We'll forget how to giggle. Nice. Clear-minded. It's a late wet. Okay. Well, I think we might leave it there, and I think when we come back we're going to go out and do another expedition now that we've got no stress. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yes, hopefully you're enjoying this. If you did, then please do hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. That'd be great. And yeah, I hope to see you next time for more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Bye for now.